Here we have the outside of the Elddis Envy 135. As we move along, I will firstly come to the external shower point just here. So as you can see, it is supplied with a hose and shower head. This end here plugs in just to here, and then as long as you've got water in the fresh tank and the water pump on, it will then go under pressure. Fresh water into the van just here. So to fill up the fresh water tank, just push in, twist, give it a bit of a wiggle, and then pop your hose pipe in to fill up the fresh water tank. As you can see, the cap can be locked. To drain the fresh water tank down, we just come down to the blue tap just here and twist. Beside that, we have the flue for the space heater. You do not need to do anything with these, just make sure that nothing is obstructing them. And then we have the grey water drain. So anything that goes down the plug holes goes into the holding tank and then is drained off at this point just here. Above this, we have the location of the cassette toilet. To remove the cassette, just lift up and pull towards you. And then before use, remove the cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. This is also where it empties from. Just remember that when you are pouring the cassette away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside. It's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine. And then by turning this part just here, gains access inside the cassette so it can be cleaned. If you do need to gain full access inside, this whole section here can be removed. You can see at the moment that this triangle is pointing to the locked point. By twisting round so the triangle faces here, allows this section to come out. All of these cassettes are now on wheels with extendable handles. As we move to the rear of the motorhome, we have the flue for the boiler. Again, we don't need to do anything with this, but just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. Spare wheel just here, and it winds down from this point just here. So in the jack and wheel brace kit, there's a bar that goes in where my finger is just here. Attach the brace to it and then wind it down. Rear camera just here, and then we have access to the rear of the motorhome just here, and then we also have the Witter removable tow bar just there. As we come round, we then have the location of the leisure battery, and then mains hookup just here. Vents for the fridge. Again, we don't need to do a great deal with them, but try to avoid spraying too much water at them when washing the motorhome, and also again avoid obstruction. External barbecue point just here. So before use, you'll need a barbecue adapter, which is a little brass spear about this long. Attach the hose of the barbecue to one end of it with a Jubilee clip, and the other end will then plug in where my finger is here and will lock into place. It will then allow you to turn the gas on. To remove it, just push on the collar, push it up, and it will then release itself. Gas locker beside this. We have room in here for 2 gas bottles. The regulator just sits here, and then the hose comes off the regulator and screws into the propane bottle, and then is tightened with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top. Do make sure that the bottle is isolated for travel. We have the Dometic roll-out canopy just here. To roll the canopy out, take the winding handle and place it into the bottom of the canopy just here, and then begin to wind the canopy out. Once the canopy has been rolled out a short distance, it's then always wise to drop the legs for support, so you're not putting too much stress on the side of the motorhome or the awning itself. The legs themselves are sprung loaded just here, so just push in and then fold out and drop to the ground. Then it's just a matter of getting the awning at the height you require and then snapping up the grey lever here to lock the leg into place. If we now do the same again, just dropping to the ground, getting the height we require, and again then just locking the grey lever into place. Once you've got the awning how you require it, you can then continue to wind it out, walking the legs out. These canopies will come out about 2.5 meters in total, so these arms will virtually be straight. Avoid using them in high winds because they will be sent right over the top of the motorhome and they will then need to be replaced. Diesel fill just here, and the cap unlocks on the ignition key, and then we have AdBlue top up just here. It will let you know on the dashboard when your AdBlue needs topping up. Tyre pressures on the door pillar just here. Jack and wheel brace all underneath the passenger seat just here. And then we have vehicle battery underneath the floor. And bonnet release just here. The motorhome is alarmed and it all works on the key fob. So if I now press the lock button, we'll get a single chirp to let us know that the front doors are locked and the alarm is armed. When I press the unlock button, we will get 2 chirps indicating that we're unlocked and the alarm is disarmed. What we can also do is put the alarm in pet friendly mode, so the van is armed on the outside but disarmed on the inside. All we need to do for this is just press the lock button twice. So once and then twice, we'll get a high-pitched chirp indicating that we are now in pet friendly mode. If I now unlock the motorhome again and I now just leave this door slightly ajar, if I now try to arm the alarm and lock it, we'll get a series of high-pitched chirps letting us know that something isn't quite correct.